So this year, we just felt that Brandon wasn't cutting it. So unbeknownst to him, we were putting out a camp-wide talent search to replace him, and we think we found the one.
Welcome to the NCBYC news.
Just get out of my chair.
So it turns out that our replacement had some trouble reading the script. So Brandon's back.
No good.
Okay. As you can imagine, having upwards into 20+ kids in a dorm can lead to many unappealing sights and smells. In attempts to manage this, at the Northern California Baptist Youth Camp, we have a friendly, mandatory competition called Cabin Inspection. To tell us more about this competition, we have Abby on site with some of the campers.
We're here with some of the campers who have received pigsty yesterday and are suffering the consequences of what pigsty is. So guys, what do you think about this whole cabin inspection situation?
It's rigged.
Yeah. It's just rigged.
It's rigged?
Yeah, it is.
Why is it rigged?
They're biased, you know?
They're biased? Do you think there's been some unfair judging here?
Yes, there is. They bribed them.
And what are the consequences of pigsty?
Being late to breakfast, that's what it is.
It makes me hungry.
It makes them hungry. Because, you know, they have to wait outside.
Let's be serious, the only thing we got wrong was the toilet paper on the floor.
Oh, I recognize someone in pigsty over there. We're here with Valerie, whose cabin won first place yesterday, and she's going to take us through some of the things that it takes to get first place cleaned up. So, on to you.
Okay. When we wake up, we mostly just sit there and wait until we're fully awake. Then we have to make sure our beds are neat and clean, no wrinkles, or else they'll kill you. And then you have to make sure that your tag for your pillows are not out, or else you're just a disappointment.
Your luggage straps were very messy.
We usually line up our luggages from biggest to smallest, and then bags go here.
There were some stacked, messy bags.
Everything needs to be a certain way, so zippers cannot be facing the outside, they have to be facing the inside the wall.
Thanks for that wonderful tour, Valerie.
You're welcome.
See you back at the studios.
This year's camp speaker, Brother Jason Jett, together with his family, made the 1,600-mile road trip to be with us this week. Ethan Gregory is on site to interview Brother Jett for our camp speaker segment.
So I'm here with Brother Jett, our camp speaker, and I'd just like to ask you a few questions. You know, you take your kids to youth camp, and you've been asked to speak at other youth camps. And what do you think is especially important here at youth camp?
Well, I think just the fact that you get away from everything else and you get an opportunity to hear God's Word preached in an environment you don't normally have any other time of the year. And so I think that's how God really works in a special way at youth camp, because you're away from all the other distractions and the typical environment that kids come from. And I think it's such a great environment for God's Word to take effect.
Oh, yeah? So what's it like preaching at camp? What's it like preaching at camp that you have which you've done quite a few times?
I think it's great because I can build on, you know, one message, from one message to the next. I can kind of refer to things that I've been talking about and build on it all week. It's kind of like you have an opportunity to preach a message that lasts from Sunday night through Thursday night, and you can kind of hand tailor it. I love the opportunity. Sometimes, like at a youth rally or something, you get one chance to go in, you got 30 or 40 minutes, but at youth camp you have all week to build, and I think as a speaker it allows you to make some progress you wouldn't have otherwise.
Okay. Now we just have a quick lightning round here for you. There's no wrong answers.
Okay.
Baseball or football?
Football.
And Westbrook or Paul George?
Westbrook.
And then as far as candy goes, chocolate or fruit?
Fruit for sure.
Your favorite kid?
My favorite kid is all of them.
Good answer. Now back to the studio.
A new rule this year that our host camp has enacted is that we are required to bring a certified nurse with us throughout the duration of camp. This year we had a couple nurses that graciously donated their time, Mrs. Mira Yave and Miss Kim Jacane. Abby was able to catch up with Kim to see how her experience is going thus far.
So we're here with Kim, who is our nurse for the first time this year, and she's going to tell us about her experience so far.
It's been good so far, no serious injuries.
Stop that! I think I broke my nose.
Oh, let me see. I can refer you to a plastic surgeon.
Okay, so have there been any like bad accidents?
Okay, I've got to tell you something, okay? I've got this horrible foot fungus on this toe, okay?
Just clean that up, put some soap on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nurse, I don't feel very good.
Oh, violent. That grody.
Can you do that over there next time?
okay, so
hey, my leg, it just whenever I put all my weight on this leg, I don't know what. Ow.
Oh, I think I have a band-aid you could use.
It's okay, I can take care of it.
well, I don't want to bother you any further, so
I'm not busy. It's okay.
Back to you at the studios.
What does a busy day look like for her?
I don't know. I hope those kids are okay.
One of the most powerful factors that contributes to the effectiveness of camp are the powerful acts of prayer that take place before and during camp. As counselors, we reinforce these acts by holding counselor devotions and prayer meetings first thing every morning during the week of camp. To get some insight into how these devotions are held, we have Luke on site with a few of our counselors.
So I just want to ask you guys why these camp meetings are so important.
The camp meetings?
Counselor meetings.
The counselor meetings? Oh, well, that's easy. 2 words, no campers.
Pastor, we have the leader of these meetings. Pastor, I wanted to ask you, why do you have these counselor meetings?
So I can make sure the counselors are up in the morning, and that's probably my primary purpose. And of course, we want to pray and have a great day. So anyway, so they need to be up. I'm looking here, where are they at?
The cameraman was there.
That's all we have for you this year from the NCBYC News. Please enjoy these highlights of this week's activities.
Some of you think, well, my gift is above the skills that are required for me to serve in my church. And you have flipped your mind completely upside down. The greatest calling you could ever have in your life is to use your skills and gifts where God gave everything to you. Listen, young person, there are forces that you can't see, and they're trying to capitalize on this phase of life as you transition from being a child to being an adult. Satan knows the stage of life you're in. He's watching you. He wants to attack you. He's waiting for the right moment. He wants to destroy your spiritual life, and he wants to watch you bleed out while he looks for his next victim. He wants to sift you as wheat, meaning he wants to cut you down to nothing. Satan hates God, Satan hates you, and he wants nothing more than to render you useless for Christ.
anything else. There was some witchery involved. But
Okay.
Ooh,
Just look
get that
at it.
away.
The only thing we got wrong was the toilet paper on the floor. That
It
one.
was clean though.
was
That's the thing. It
clean.
was clean. It probably accidentally fell.
He's too tall. It's in, it's in. Oh.
Inside of how you've been doing and what it's been like.
Yeah, I've got something to say. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh, no good! No good!
I'm thinking, wow, they're definitely not going to big stuff. But then in between the two were about 20 dum-dums.
Come on!
So instead of taking it up, I had to walk around the room and think, are they calling me stupid?
We're here with Nathan Campbell. What do I say now?
Wow.
Line.
That's all we have for
Oh, folks.
we have for you this year from the NCBYC.
Welcome to the NCBYC.news.
All right, Brandon, your turn.
That's all we have this week.
So that's all we have for you this year from the NCBYC News.
Such a busy day.
Yeah, catch you later.